passed against worker strikes, campus protests, and urban uprisings. However, recent events in Egypt and numerous examples from U.S. history have shown that service members have the power to side with the people and refuse to use violence against their fellow citizens. Troops activated for duty in Madison, Wisconsin will have to decide if public sector workers are really the enemy. IVAW says they are not, and that troops should support workers fighting for decent jobs, wages, and benefits. Thank you. Thank you, Warren. Now we've got a word from Darrell Bolden with the Coffee Party Progressives. To speak a little bit about Dr. Martin Luther King.
Hi, my name is Darrell Bolden, and I'm the coordinator of Coffee Party Progressives and a Tennessee activist and on the board of the Tennessee Alliance for Progress. And one of the younger ones out here, my generation will have to deal with what the GOP is doing to public workers and doing to our country today. And I've been up here holding the flag, but there's a flag out there with corporate logos in the place of stars, and that's where our country will be in 5 years and 10 years if we do not turn back the tide now of the corporate takeover of the United States.
It's already there.
It is a shame that in this state that Republicans would attack public workers when it was not only less than a lifetime ago that Dr. King died in Memphis while marching with sanitation workers who were fighting for their union rights. Dr. King spoke for social justice, and despite conservative attempts to reinterpret what Dr. King meant, we all know Dr. King stood for social justice. Dr. King was fighting on behalf of poor people at the end of his life, the Poor People's Campaign. And with the Poor People's Campaign, Dr. King had planned on marching on D.C. And I spoke to personally ask Bernard Lafayette, the manager of Dr. King's Poor People's Campaign, is the Poor People's Campaign achieved today with just the minimum social welfare we have? And he said, no, Dr. King's vision is not achieved today. This is not just an attack on the poor, this is an attack on the middle class. This country was founded upon the middle class. And for too long, the poor have suffered. And we have allowed the poor to suffer and allowed benefits and the welfare and the safety net to be taken away. And many Republicans and conservatives find themselves today regretting that as they themselves end up on unemployment, food stamps, and all of these great needs that poor people normally need and now the middle class needs. The distribution of wealth in this country is a shame. This flag stands for freedom, justice, and equality for all people. And if you don't believe that economic justice was part of justice, then look at what the French Revolution was about. The French Revolution was about overthrowing a monarchy. It was about overthrowing economic inequality. As Marie Antoinette sat in Versailles and said, let them eat cake, Versailles was consuming 70% of France's wealth, and France is the birthplace of democracy. This is why France was overthrown, because the upper class was taking all of the wealth of the nation and spending it. And why should people out here suffer and barely be able to feed their children and barely be able to make it by and work hard? The Republicans are always saying, oh, the poor, they're not working hard enough, they're not trying hard enough. Try working 40 hours a week, taking care of your child, no time for family.
On minimum wage!
This is real democracy out here, not AstroTurf, Tea Party, not Koch brothers, whoever the companies, funding. This is real grassroots democracy out here, and, we feel sorry for our Tea Party brothers who are out there deceived by corporate interests fighting against their own rights, but we hope they will turn around and see the statistics well wealth inequality, the suffering of the poor. Dr. King, we need to remember Dr. King. His dream has not been achieved. His dream has not been achieved for African Americans. His dream has not been achieved for all poor people. We need another Poor People's Campaign. We need to resist this corporate takeover. And if we need to, we need another Poor People's March on Washington, and we'll stay there as long as we need to do until shipping it overseas. We need jobs. But not only we need jobs, we need workers' protection. We want our rights now.